not things we fear. Now think about that. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens by focus. It happens by discipline. And most of all, it happens by consistency. You see, it's easy to want something. It's easy to wish. It's easy to talk about what you're going to do someday. But it's a whole different thing to show up every day, whether you feel like it or not. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Not every once in a while. Not when the weather is nice. Not when you're in the mood. But every day. Consistency is not a feeling. It's a decision. It's you getting up every morning saying, I will not negotiate with my excuses. I will not let my feelings decide my future, because feelings are fickle. Feelings change with the wind. But character is built in the moments you force yourself to keep going, when the excitement is gone. Now, here's the truth: you'll never build the life you want by acting only when you feel good. You build it by forcing yourself to be consistent, especially when you don't feel like it. It's in the early mornings, the late nights, the sacrifices no one sees. That's where success is hiding. That's where greatness is waiting. You see, life is not designed to reward the lazy. It's designed to reward the consistent. And the best part, you don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to stay. Stay in the game. Stay with your habits. Stay with your dreams, because small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. So today I want to challenge you, not just to dream bigger, but to show up better every single day. Because if you can master consistency, you can master anything. Let's begin. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is simply, successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not. And now, think about that for a moment. It's not about who they are. It's about what they do consistently. You see, motivation is a wonderful thing. It's exciting. It's powerful. It feels good. But motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. Some days you'll wake up full of energy. Other days, you won't want to get out of bed. Some days the world will look full of possibilities. Other days, everything will feel heavy. If you build your future on motivation alone, you're building your house on sand. Because when the storm comes, and it will, motivation disappears. But consistency is like building your house on solid rock. Motivation gets you started. Habit keeps you going. It's easy to get started. It's easy to sign up for the gym membership. It's easy to buy the new books. It's easy to set big, exciting goals on New Year's Eve. But it's hard to show up to the gym when it's raining outside, when you're tired, when nobody's watching. It's hard to sit down and read the book when the TV is calling your name. When the couch looks so comfortable, it's hard to stick to your goals. When it feels like no one else cares. When progress is invisible. When nobody claps for you. But the ones who succeed are not the most excited. They are the most consistent. They made a decision. I will act, whether I feel like it or not. Because success, real success, is predictable. It's not magic. It's the result of small disciplines practiced over and over again. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day, while failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. Just that word. Notice simple disciplines. Not grand, flashy efforts. Simple. Daily. The tragedy is many people wait. They wait for a spark. They wait for a sign. They wait for the right mood. But waiting is not a strategy. Waiting is a form of surrender. Discipline says, I don't need to feel ready. I just need to move. I don't wait for the mood. I create the mood by action. The real work is done when you don't feel like it. That's where greatness is born. Not when it's easy. Not when it's convenient. But when it's tough, boring, when it's lonely. Winners are not more motivated. Winners are just more consistent. They understand that the price of success is repetition. The price of success is boredom. The price of success is doing the right thing over and over again. Even when nobody notices. Even when nobody applauds. even when no one says, thank you. We must all suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. Think about that the next time you're tempted to quit. The pain of discipline is temporary. The pride of consistency is forever. Every day you show up for your goals, you cast a vote for your future. Every day you stick to your disciplines, you become a little bit stronger, a little bit more trusted by yourself. Because at the end of the day, success isn't a mystery. It's a math equation. Small efforts repeated daily, or big results. Consistency is greater than motivation. Consistency beats talent. Consistency defeats obstacles. So the next time you hear that little voice inside saying, not today, it doesn't matter. You can skip just this once. Remember, it's not about this one day. It's about who you are becoming. And the person you are becoming is being shaped right now. One decision at a time. One small discipline at a time. One act of consistency at a time. Stay with it. Force yourself if you must. But stay, because your future is counting on you. Most people don't fail because they don't have dreams. They fail because they lose focus. They start with excitement. They start with energy. They start with hope. But somewhere along the way, they get distracted. Life has 1,000 voices calling your name. The television calls you. The phone calls you. Social media calls you. Friends call you. Everybody wants a piece of your attention. And if you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life responding to noise instead of creating your own music. Focus is the ability to silence the noise. Focus is the ability to say, this is what matters. This is where I'm going. And I'm not stopping. Without focus, you're like a ship without a rudder. Every wave tosses you. Every wind moves you. Every distraction steals your time, your energy, your life. But when you focus yourself, you become unstoppable. You begin to move with intention. You begin to make progress that compounds. You begin to do what few ever say true. The world is designed to scatter your attention. Every ad, every headline, every notification is pulling you away from your real work. Success requires the discipline to pull yourself back. Focus is a decision. It's a commitment. It says, while others are busy being busy, I will be busy achieving. While others are scrolling and swiping, I will be building and creating. You must protect your focus like a treasure, because it is. Your focus is your life. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, your future grows. Without focus, even the most talented fail. Without focus, even the most motivated stall. Without focus, you will work hard and end up nowhere. You can climb the ladder of success, but make sure it's leaning against the right wall. Focus ensures it is. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to chase every dream. You don't have to attend every event or answer every call. You have to choose. You have to say, this is my path. This is my priority. This is my mission. And then block everything else out. Focus creates strength. Focus creates momentum. Focus creates mastery. A river, when it is wide and shallow, moves slowly. But when it is narrowed into a canal, it gains power enough to move mountains. Is the same. Unfocused, it's scattered. Focused, it's unstoppable. There is an old saying, chase two rabbits, catch none. The man who chases every opportunity catches none. The man who says yes to everything ends up going nowhere. But the man who chooses one target and gives it everything he's got will eventually hit it. You don't need 1,000 opportunities. You need one opportunity. Focused on with relentless intensity. You don't need 100 goals. You need one major goal, burned into your heart and mind. The world will try to distract you. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Every minute spent on the unimportant is a minute stolen from your greatness. Your future will not be decided by chance. It will be decided by focus. So ask yourself, what am I focused on today? Where is my energy going? Am I building my dreams or just reacting to noise? Focus is the rarest skill today, because it requires saying no, requires discipline. It requires sacrifice. But the rewards are life-changing. You become what you focus on. You achieve what you consistently focus on. Your job is simply decide what you want. Block out everything else and give it everything you've got. One step at a time. One day at a time. One focused effort at a time. The power of focus yourself is the power to create a life most only dream of. Don't let distractions steal your destiny. Don't let noise drown out your music. Don't let temporary pleasures rob you of permanent success. Focus yourself. Discipline yourself. Force yourself if you must, but stay focused. Your dreams depend on it. Everybody feels motivated when it's easy, when the sun is shining, when you're full of energy, when the rewards are clear. But real life doesn't always feel that way. Most days, it's hard, it's cold, it's heavy, and you won't feel like doing the work. You won't feel like showing up early. You won't feel like practicing discipline. You won't feel like pushing through the obstacles. That's when the real decision is made. Winners are not those who work when it's easy. Winners are those who work when it's hard, when it's lonely, when it's frustrating, when the feeling is gone. Feelings are a poor master. They come and go. They rise and fall like the wind. If you live by feelings, your life will be unstable. If you live by commitment, your life will be unstoppable. Push yourself when you don't feel like it. Push yourself when the mood is missing. Push yourself when the voice in your head says, not today. Because discipline is more powerful than emotion. The body says, I'm tired. The mind says, I'm bored. The heart says, I'm discouraged. But the spirit must say, I will. When you push yourself when you don't feel like it, you build a strength inside that nothing can shake. You build a toughness that will carry you through the storms of life. You must learn to act independent of your emotions. If you only move when you feel good, you'll spend your life waiting for perfect conditions, waiting for the right mood, waiting for inspiration. But the truth is, inspiration comes after action, not before. You start moving, and the feeling comes. You start working, and the energy returns. You start showing up, and the fire reignites. Most people wait for motivation. Champions create it. They start before they're ready. They act before they feel strong. They move before they feel confident. And as they move, momentum builds, power grows, victory appears. If you can master the art of doing what you don't feel like doing, you can master anything. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. And that bridge must be crossed daily. Push yourself when you don't feel like it, because your dreams are counting on you. Your future is counting on you. Your family is counting on you. There's a hidden strength inside you. You won't find it when life is easy. You won't find it when everything feels good. You'll find it when you push through the pain. You'll find it when you keep going, even when you want to quit. That's when the real you stands up. That's when greatness is forged. The great ones are ordinary people who made an extraordinary decision. They decided to act, even when they didn't feel like it. The temptation to quit will be strongest right before the breakthrough. The desire to stop will be loudest right before the success. Ignore the voice that says, later. Ignore the feeling that says, rest. Push a little further. Go a little harder. Stay a little longer. You will be amazed how far you can go. You will be amazed what you can accomplish. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the luckiest. But you must be willing to push yourself when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one's cheering. Because in those lonely hours, champions are made. Growth doesn't happen when you feel good. Growth happens when you stretch beyond your comfort zone. Growth happens when you choose discipline over mood. Every time you push yourself when you don't feel like it, you're making a deposit into your future. You're building a bank account of character. You're stacking up reserves of resilience. You're investing in your destiny. And one day, when the reward comes, when the dream becomes real, you'll know it wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was daily, disciplined action. It was the small, unseen victories that led to the big, visible success. Push yourself. even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Because that's when it matters most. Consistency doesn't always shout. It doesn't wave a flag. It doesn't throw a party. Most of the rewards of consistency are invisible. At first, you show up today. No applause. You put in the work. No parade. You keep your word. No standing ovation. It's quiet. It's hidden. It's unnoticed. And that's where most people make the mistake. They look for quick rewards. They expect immediate results. When they don't see them, they stop. They say, "What's the point?" They say, "Nothing's happening. Why bother?" But they don't understand that something is happening, something irreversible. Beneath the surface, where the eye cannot see, the roots are growing. The foundation is being built. The transformation is taking place. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming tougher. Consistency does that. It rewires your mind. It reshapes your habits. It rebuilds your identity. The invisible rewards are shaping a new version of you, a version ready for the success you seek. Every disciplined day, every focused hour, every small, faithful step is an investment into your future. You don't see the muscles on day one at the gym. You don't see the wealth after 1 week of saving. You don't see the wisdom after one book. But keep going, keep showing up, keep doing the work. The invisible rewards are stacking, compounding momentum. The roots are getting deeper. The foundation is getting stronger. And one day soon, the breakthrough will come. Suddenly to the world, it looks sudden. But you know better, it wasn't sudden at all. It was slow. It was painful only. But it was worth it. The world rewards the results. But life rewards the effort. It rewards the faithful, the patient, the consistent. That's the great secret. The greatest victories are prepared for in the invisible seasons. You see, every time you stay consistent when it's hard, you are earning trust with yourself. You are teaching your mind that you are reliable. You are proving to yourself that you can be counted on. And that, my friend, that is one of the greatest invisible rewards of all. Self-trust. When you trust yourself, you don't need external motivation. You don't need someone else to push you. You become your own best ally, your own best encourager, because you know you will show up, you will stay the course, you can depend on you. And that confidence, that certainty, that quiet strength, it's invisible at first, but in time, it becomes undeniable. Consistency changes who you are at the core. Not just what you do, but who you are. The man or woman who keeps their word. The person who honors their commitments. The leader who doesn't quit when it's boring or hard or unrewarded. That's who you are becoming. Brick by brick. Day by day. Invisible reward by invisible reward. And make no mistake, eventually the visible rewards will show up too. The business will grow. The health will improve. The relationships will deepen. The finances will multiply. But by then, you will understand something profound. The real reward was never the money. The real reward was never the title. The real reward was never the recognition. The real reward was who you became in the process. You became someone strong. You became someone disciplined. You became someone unstoppable. That is the reward no one can take away from you. Success can come and go. Fame can rise and fall. Wealth can appear and disappear. But who you become, because you stayed consistent, that lasts forever. So when it feels like nothing is happening, when the rewards seem invisible, when the effort feels wasted, remember this: you are building the unseen muscles of greatness. You are developing the unseen character of champions. You are laying the unseen foundation of a life that will not fall. Stay consistent, even when no one notices, even when no one applauds. Because the invisible rewards today will build the visible victories tomorrow. Consistency might not shout today, but one day it will roar. And the world will ask, "How did you do it?" And you will smile quietly, because you'll know it wasn't magic, it wasn't luck, it was consistency, patient, invisible, unstoppable. Starting is exciting. Starting is easy. Everyone is excited at the beginning. The vision is fresh. The energy is high, the possibilities are endless. But finishing is different. Finishing demands something more. Finishing demands character. Finishing demands endurance. It's easy to be enthusiastic when the journey begins. But what about mile 20? When your legs are tired? What about month 8? When progress is slow? What about year 2? When no one is clapping? That's the test. That's when greatness is born, not in the starting, but in the staying, in the finishing. Anyone can start a marathon. Millions register every year, but only a few cross the finish line. And in life, it's the same. The world is full of dreamers. Few become finishers. The goal is not just to start strong. The goal is to finish proud. Now let me tell you, you don't finish by accident. You don't stumble across the finish line by luck. You finish on purpose. You finish because you made a decision, long before it got hard, that you would not quit. You made a decision that once you start something important, you see it through. You finish, no matter how long it takes, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how many times you have to adjust. You finish. You don't quit because it's boring. You don't quit because it's slow. You don't quit because you're tired. You finish because that's who you are. Becoming the person who always finishes means developing a new standard for yourself, a higher standard. You don't let emotions decide. You don't let circumstances dictate. You don't let temporary discomfort steer you off course. You follow through. You keep your word. You honor your commitments, especially the ones you made to yourself. Because if you can't trust yourself, who will you trust? There is a special kind of confidence that belongs only to those who finish. It's not loud. It's not boastful. It's not flashy. It's quiet. It's unshakable. It says, if I say I'll do it, you can count on it. It says, if I begin, I will end. It says, if I plant, I will harvest. And you know what? Life responds to finishers. The marketplace responds to finishers. Opportunities open for finishers. Success is attracted to finishers because finishing is rare. Finishing is valuable. Finishing is proof. Proof that you have discipline. Proof that you have resilience. Proof that you have character. Now, hear me on this. Becoming a finisher doesn't mean you have to do everything perfectly. It doesn't mean you'll never fall behind. It doesn't mean the road will be smooth. It just means you don't quit, you adjust. Pivot, you catch your breath, but you don't quit. You stumble, but you stand up. You slow down, but you keep moving. You lose a battle, but you stay in the war. That's the mark of a finisher. You might say, beat Jim, what if I already quit too many times? Well, then today's a new day. You can begin again. You can build the muscle of finishing starting now. One small commitment, one small promise, one small finish, and then another, and another. Each one makes you stronger. Each one rewires your mind. Each one reshapes your self-image. Until one day you no longer question it. You no longer wonder if you'll finish. You know. Because finishing is who you are now. It's in your bones. It's in your spirit. It's in your habits. You became the person who always finishes. And let me tell you, the rewards of finishing are beyond imagination. The satisfaction, the pride, not just the external rewards. Those will come, yes. But the internal rewards, those are priceless. You will walk differently. You will think differently. You will lead differently. Because you trust yourself now. Because you believe in yourself. Because you know you have what it takes. So decide today, right here, right now, that you are no longer someone who quits halfway. You are no longer someone who gives up when it's hard. You are no longer someone who needs cheering to keep going. You are a finisher, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Not because you feel like it every day, but because you made a decision once, and you honor it every day. Not because the world is watching, but because you are watching, and you deserve to become the person you were meant to be. Finish your journey, finish your race, finish your dream. And when you cross that finish line, you'll know it wasn't luck, it wasn't magic, it was discipline, it was persistence, it was consistency, it was you. It was always you, the person who always finishes. And remember, consistency is not just something you do. It's something you become. Every day you show up, every day you follow through, every day you finish. You are writing a new story. You are building a new future. Not someday, not maybe, but now the future belongs to those who stay consistent. So stay strong, stay focused, stay committed, and most of all, become the person who always finishes. Your best life is waiting. Go claim it.